They tell you to find yourself. Nietzsche tells you to destroy yourself because the self you think you know is built from lies, other people's voices, fears, and expectations stitched into your skin. The truth is brutal. The person you are today must die for the person you're meant to be to live. This is Nietzsche's lesson, not for the weak, not for the comfortable, but for those who dare to burn their false identity and rise as something stronger, purer, freer. We are all born into illusions, the illusion of safety, of identity, of meaning handed to us by others. From childhood, we are told who we are, what to believe, and what to chase. But Nietzsche saw through it. He knew most of us live borrowed lives, constructed from opinions, rules, and expectations. He called it the morality of the herd, a comfortable lie that keeps you weak and obedient. You think you're building a life, but in truth, you're building a cage. Freedom begins the moment you doubt everything you were taught. To be reborn, you must die first, not physically, but spiritually, psychologically. Nietzsche's self-overcoming means killing the parts of you that crave comfort, approval, and control. Every fake smile, every time you stayed silent when truth burned in your chest. Every mask you wear just to be accepted, all of it must burn. The flames hurt, but what remains after is real. Rebirth begins with destruction. Nietzsche warned, comfort is the slowest poison. It doesn't kill you instantly, it kills your spirit quietly. Every time you choose the easy path, you trade a piece of your strength for temporary peace. Comfort makes you soft, softness makes you afraid, and fear keeps you chained. To destroy yourself means to destroy comfort, to walk willingly into pain, silence, and solitude, because that's where transformation begins. There's a war inside you. One side clings to who you were, the other screams for who you could become. Nietzsche said, "The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly." The path upward feels like madness. You'll doubt yourself, lose certainty, question meaning itself. That's not weakness, it's evolution. Every moment you resist the urge to quit, you starve your weaker self. And every time you face your chaos, you forge your will to power. Pain doesn't destroy the strong, it reveals them. When you start changing, the world will resist. People who once loved your weakness will fear your strength. You'll lose friends, relationships, and comfort zones. But Nietzsche believed solitude is sacred, the birthplace of clarity. He said, "The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. Walk alone. Not because you hate others, but because you refuse to betray your becoming." Nietzsche's Übermensch, the higher man, is not born in peace. He is born from chaos. When the old self collapses, there's nothing left to hold on to. And in that nothingness, you find absolute freedom. No dogma, no borrowed beliefs, just you and your will. The creator emerges when the follower dies. That's the rebirth Nietzsche spoke of, the moment you stop chasing meaning and start creating it. Once you walk through the fire, you change forever. You stop fearing opinions because you've already faced your own judgment. You stop craving validation because you've met your true self. This is Nietzsche's truth. To live freely is to be misunderstood. To think deeply is to walk alone. To be real is to be rejected. But that rejection is your proof of freedom. The man who destroys himself is not dead. He has only shed his skin. He walks lighter, not because life is easier, but because he no longer carries illusions. He doesn't chase the world's approval. He builds his own world. Nietzsche's greatest wisdom is not about chaos. It's about creation. To burn what's false. To rise from ashes as something true. To live without permission. This is the art of becoming, the endless cycle of death and rebirth that forges the spirit unbreakable. At the end of his life, broken in body but unchained in spirit, Nietzsche left us his most haunting command. Become who you are. It's not a slogan, it's a war cry. Destroy the false self. Endure the chaos and rise from your own ruins, reborn, not as what the world wanted you to be, but as what you were destined to become.